Hello, I am your Empress Divine Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. This is the Aries mid-February focus. What this February focus, or what the mid-month focus series is about, Aries, is whatever it is that you're going through up until the time that you view this reading. I am asking our higher power, divine wisdom, infinite intelligence to give us some guidance on how you can take control of the situation, how you can move things along in your favor, by applying your time and energy and attention to one specific area. Whenever you have a tightly focused focus, then you are more efficient in being able to influence the situation. And that's what I'm trying to get here. We're trying to use some strategy, you know, to get the upper hand on the situation to move things along in our desired outcome. So Goddess guidance, help us determine how it is that Aries can use their energetic focus to achieve their desired outcome. What is it that Aries can focus on that will work out for their greatest good? Where should Aries apply their focus in mid February? Where should Aries apply their time, energy, and attention in mid February for their highest good? Go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Now, Aries got this card. I vividly remember Aries got this card in the Valentine's Day readings that I did, saying that you need to do something that you've never done before. That you would have to make the first move and get out there and be the first to do something, to show something. So this Cordelia goddess energy says go outside. You've been indoors too long. Get some fresh air. I see a lot of flowers. So spring may have, some significance here for somebody. Like things may bloom or move faster or blossom in spring for you at the beginning of spring. And that starts, I believe, the end of this month. If I'm not mistaken, next week. Maybe like the end of winter. So yeah, something has the potential to bloom for you. You're just gonna have to kind of get out of your comfort zone about it, Aries. Do something that you've never done. Try a way that you've never tried. Get what you never had. You have to do what you've never done. And of course, just stay active. Take care of yourself. Health is wealth. Let's get some clarifiers. Clarifiers for Aries. The energy of go outside. Where is it that they need to focus their attention, time, energy in mid-February? Okay. Eight of Staffs. Eight of Coins. Two of Swords. So basically, something is changing about the way you operate, the way you work. There may be something, people may know you for a certain type of thing, and it may not be so savory, Aries. Like doing the best that you can do or being in the best way that you know how to be may have gained you some enemies along the road. And I don't feel that you were necessarily trying to be a certain type of way, but there may be some inner conflicts that you were not dealing with and that were spilling out into the situation, into the work. And I'm really feeling like it has to do with like people that you may, like coworkers you may have, or business partners you may have, colleagues, even friendships, people that you just kind of go out and you do activities and do things with. A big shift is being called for in how you operate. Like I swear I'm not trying to offend, but I heard shiesty. I heard shiesty. So it's either you or somebody else that you're dealing with, but I'm really feeling like this is Aries energy, y'all. I'm really feeling like this is about the Aries. There's gonna have to be a big shift in how you do things. And again, I'm not feeling like it was anything that you intentionally tried to do wrong to a person. It's more of an inner conflict that was playing itself out in the 3D. It's like something that you've kind of battled with inwardly, like maybe your demons got the best of you and kind of influenced your actions. And it's like you know the right thing to do, you know the right way to act, you know the right, or the way to behave or act or work with integrity, you know. And that is, the potential transformation that you have here is to really do what it is that you know is right. Maybe get out of your head a little bit, because when you're too deep in your head and because of your own insecurities or your own inner demons, you may look at other people and think that they're trying to do you some harm. So you ready to fight, especially with that Aries and Mars energy. It's like you always ready for a fight. You always ready for a conflict. It's like you kind of sit on the edge of your seat and wait on it. But that's the inner conflict within you. And you have to get a hold of that, because it's going to keep messing with your work. It's going to keep messing with your collaborations with people. And over time, that'll mess with your reputation. I had an Aries used to tell me all the time, the only thing you have in this world is your name. Basically, you have to watch, how you act or the things that you do, because when you die, all people gonna have is their memories of you. And a lot of times, the only way that you can change somebody's perception of you is to change, or to allow them to make new memories of you. So when you have to change how it is that you operate, that's going to allow them to create new memories of you. And if you do have, bad memories with a person, that changed behavior or the changed way that you operate is how you kind of help erase that, or at least show them at the very least that you've changed in a major way, that the way you've operated is changing. We have death, the Hierophant, 3 of Coins, which is just supporting everything that I just said. No need to pull any more cards. The Death card, something must die. And that big transformation, that opportunity for transforming who you are, transforming your character, transforming the dynamic of a situation that may feel dead, is going to depend on whether or not you can kind of box with those demons and defeat those demons, because it's a spiritual fight. He's carrying an ankh in his hand, this like collector of souls here in the red, which is like a spiritual, the red being like a spiritual thing, the blue being more like earthly or emotional. It could be emotional damage that you have to fix within yourself, because that emotional damage within yourself is causing problems with you collaborating or working with other people. But we don't fight against like real demons and entities. It's principalities, how like they say in the Bible, is like spiritual things, characteristics that have been passed down from generation to generation, or childhood traumas that have never been healed. Those are the things that we have to fight against, that we have to work with. And I'm not sitting here saying that you are all bad. Not at all, Aries. Please don't take it like that. I'm not saying you're a bad person or that you are a shisty person. What I'm saying is that when you have those, kind of demons that are allowed to run rampant within you, and they're going unchecked. If they go unchecked and you are always, in defensive mode, or easily offended and ready to square up with people, or trying to get some revenge, or, trying to one up a person before they have a chance to get you, people are going to start seeing you in a certain way. And that's going to become the way that you are known for being. And I've dealt, honey. I've been there, done that. Been there. I was like, I'm gonna get them before they get me. You know, I'm gonna state my case before they have a chance to come talking crazy at me. I've been there, but it's gonna change how it will affect your reputation, and your reputation precedes you. So it becomes how you are known to be. And unless you constantly moving from place to place, kind of like reinventing yourself, if you're in a situation where you kind of are staying in the same environment or within the same city or around the same people or with the same friends, then that just becomes who you are to them. And not saying that you should really focus and care a whole lot about how people think of you, but to some degree it matters because it can start messing up opportunities. And I'm seeing this work card here with the 8 of coins. This is about, your specialty, things that you're good at, you being able to stack up and work towards something. And then you have the Hierophant up underneath it. So it's like big opportunities you could be missing out on because people kind of see you as like somebody who would be underhanded or somebody who would this is a very tight niche of Aries that I'm talking about here, because by no means do I think that all Aries are like this at all. I really don't. But there's a certain group of Aries who need to hear this, or you're dealing with somebody who embodies this energy, so you need to hear this so you can have understanding. But there almost needs to be like a spiritual death altogether. And in mid-February, you could be going through something that is very similar, or it feels like a spiritual death. You could be having a very, very low energy and you don't feel like doing nothing. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't even really want to eat. And if you do eat, it's things that can kill you. You may be doing like over drinking or like chain smoking, that type of thing. Those vices that will be bad for you as a 3D manifestation of what's going on inwardly. Because it's like you may feel like on a soul level that you are declining, like you just may not even want to live anymore for what I'm feeling in this reading. Like I say, it's not going to be for everybody. Everybody can't be feeling like this, but for who I'm feeling it for, it's valid because it's coming through very clear. But really what it really is that your inner self, your higher self has been suppressed for so long, and it's almost to the point of like, well, if you're not going to show me no attention, if you're never going to change, if I'm never going to get a chance to flourish and come out, then what's the point? And that higher self is ready to just like, okay, well, we can quit on this life, and I'll come back, I'll try again next life in reincarnation. This some deep shit. This some deep shit. Listen, you have to go outside. That inner person wants to come out. The person who does operate with more integrity and who does do things in an upstanding way, that upstanding citizen, that person that you can count on to be loyal and to not basically be shisty, or not to be always looking for a way to get over on people or to come out ahead because they're afraid that they're not going to get their fair share, because there's a very much so lack of abundance type of energy around this. Somebody is afraid that if they don't go ahead and put their stamp on the situation and manipulate things in their favor or be underhanded or try to go over people's head, that they won't get their due praise or they won't get their fair share, because there's a fear underneath it all. That's one thing that I've learned very much so in this life, that when people do things that are hateful, hate is not the opposite of love. Fear is, because love conquers all. And a fear that you won't conquer the situation, that's going to cause you to act in hateful ways, cause you to do underhanded things, hateful things. So if you're dealing with the person who operates in this manner, the root of it all is fear. With people who try to hurt you before you can hurt them, that's fear. It's not hate, it's fear. They can love you from the bottom of their hearts, but they don't know any other way to be. Or they do know a other way to be, because I strongly believe that people feel convicted when they do wrong. But it's like it's a learned behavior. It's so deeply ingrained in them and it's been going on for so long. It's like That's the only way that they are comfortable being. But this is saying that, this select group of people, or if you're dealing with somebody like that, they need to go outside, get outside of themselves, and that's getting outside of their 3D selves. Get a fresh perspective on life, a higher perspective on life, do things a different way. Because obviously, whoever this is, the way you've been doing things ain't getting you nowhere. And the older you get, the less you're gonna receive. You may start off when you young and you out there, finessing people and manipulating the situation and being shisty and not operating it with integrity. You may get some things, when you young and you still have that fresh, dewy face, and people still feel sorry for you. The older you get, operating with that energy is tearing you down. It's wearing on you. And then your reputation starts to precede you. And people who once kind of believed in you, they don't believe in you anymore. And people who once dealt with you, they don't want to deal with you even anymore, even the most loyal of people. So you have to get outside of yourself. You have to for real, get some fresh energy. Whoever this person is has to get some fresh energy. Whoever these people are have to get fresh energy, because it's more than one person. One energy ain't gonna come across this strong in a general reading. It's more than one person, but it's a very specific group of Aries or Aries dominant energies, or people who have like Mars and Aries, something like that. Because whoever this is, I don't feel like it's a bad person. It's just they do bad things out of fear. That needs to change. The whole way you operate, to throw the whole person away. I'm just playing. Just you're gonna have to throw that away. You have to throw that away. That's not good. And I usually don't feel literal death, but I feel literal death in this Aries reading. I don't know if it's something you do being shisty, causing you to get in a situation you can't get yourself out of, and somebody come and take them legs, honey. And you bleed out. That's a very graphic scene, but that's something I just saw in my head. Or it's like your health is declining, and it's to the point that you can't really even reach out and really tell nobody, because nobody really cares about you anymore, because you've done people so wrong about you, around you. Like, I feel literal death. So whether it's like, you dying spiritually, like in terms of like you in a depression and don't want to live anymore, or literally you've gotten to the point where your health is declining because you have such ugliness just kind of stewing unchecked inside of you. But mid-February focus, this is the most impactful, I feel like, mid-February focus I've done thus far. Everybody else look cutesy, ha, love, and well, it's coming to you. You just have to be patient and don't obsess, and all this law of attraction talk. This right here is the real spiritual business. This right here is what I know. Like, this is up my lane. That deep stuff, the hard stuff, the seeing death before it happens stuff. This is up my lane. And I'm telling you, if you are watching this, or you dealing with somebody who embodies this energy, let this be a bug in your ear, or put that bug in their ear that it's time to really do some dramatic change. The Eight of Staffs is like getting your life together, getting yourself together, like transformational energy, deep transformational energy, especially on top of this death card. Because it's a matter of you change here in the physical, or you transition about this bitch. Real talk. That's crazy. All right, Aries. I don't really know how much more I can say. Again, it's not going to apply to everybody, because I know for a fact all Aries are not like this. A lot of Aries I know are some of the sweetest people I know. Very innocent way about them. But whoever this person is has been tainted by the ills of life, and they adapted to it the best way that they knew how at the time. But as they grew older, they did not change out of that behavior. And it's like now that they know better, they still are operating in that same low vibrational energy, and it's taking a toll on them, either spiritually or physically, and or it could be both. And it's almost to the point where you have burned so many bridges that no one is really going to care to come support you through it or support them through it, through their decline, physically or spiritually. So somebody got some work to do. Somebody got some real work to do. Many blessings, Aries, many blessings. I'm moving on to the Scorpio reading. Scorpio was all in this reading, all into the deep stuff, talking about death and whatnot. So I'm gonna move on to the Scorpio reading. Thank you for watching. Bye.